get rid of the shadow and the glare. Yeah, my shoulder itching. There is a glare. I used to have a handle. I need to find my stand where I set my camera up on to get rid of the shadow. Let's see. I had a stand. I don't know where I put it, but I might try to. That table's going to be a little low. Let's see if this is going to be okay. It's going to be kind of far away. I want it to be like right here. Good evening, Kingsley. How are you? Hello, Miss Ruby Gems. Hello, Kingsley World. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Thank you. Long time no see, everybody. Long time no see. Yes. I'm good. I'm good. I hope you're doing okay, Kingsley's World. I hope you've started your fruit and vegetable stand and your fresh water. Ruby Gems, I hope you had a good day today. It's Monday. It's raining like crazy here. I've been doing good. Still working hard. It's raining like crazy here. It's raining like crazy. I've been trying to work on my little tiny house, fixing it up. Oh, okay, okay. Well, I hope you get started on your little shop soon. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's Africa. It's always hot in West Africa. It's always hot there. So that's nothing new. Hi, Dorsey. Hi, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of you that's out there looking in, come on in. Come on in and say hi. You left work early today. All of London's metro is down due to power problem. Oh, okay. Thank you, Noel. Thank you so much. You know what, Ruby? We just had a glitz, a power outage because of the rain and the thundering and the lightning. It just went black for like 5 minutes. The whole state, black, nothing. And then all of a sudden it came back. So America is pouring down rain. Down there in South Carolina, they said they got rain. Up in Pennsylvania, my girlfriend said they got rain. Up in New York, they say it's pouring down rain. Up in Atlanta, Georgia, my cousin them say it's pouring down rain. We're having a rainy season on the East Coast. It's a rainy season. Yeah. Love you too, Noel. And thank you for coming. Hi, Brad, MP. What's that? Okay, that's bingo. YouTube took it down, so it must have been something silly. Oh, Ruby, you took it down. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you, Ruby Gems. I guess the troll's trying to creep in again, because I'm getting regularly. Yeah, they trying to creep in again. I might do a live all week, every day, because it's going to be raining. So I might as well, I'll be inside. And I don't have to go out shopping for anything. My day's going good. I'm inside. It's raining. I worked the weekend. And last weekend I was fixing up my bathroom, trying to put up little cabinets and little shelves in my shower and little mats down. And I bought all kinds of little pots and pans and silverware for my little small kitchenette. And I got another little gas stove and a little electric burner. So I got a brand new set of pots. They're beautiful. I got them from my daughter. I'm fixing up the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody left. Everybody left. I miss you too, Nakasha Gamer. There you are. You're back. You're back. I know. It's like I've been so busy since I bought my little house. I'm trying to make it cozy. You know, like guys have a man cave. This is like Ruby's cave. It's my own little space. And I've been fixing up my bed and putting sheets on the bunk beds and putting stuff up in my little storage and just fixing the place. I'm trying to make it look homely and cozy. I just got to hook up my generator and get my little TV mounted up. But I still got a lot of work to do because I got some shelves. I got to have them put up, but they're going to be putting them up with the Velcro. The only nails I have to put in the wall is for my TV mount. I don't want to put a lot of nails in the wall because after 3 years, I'm trading that one in for a larger one. This is a size 13B. The 17B's got the whole kitchen, table, chair, everything. I'm getting that one. And then you can drive it. So, but they said make my payments every month for 3 years on time. No problem. I can trade it in. That's what I'm going to do. But this one I got, it's a house on wheels. You just pull it with you. Take it with you everywhere you go, as long as you got a truck. And I don't mind, because I've already had it out on the road. Just showing out. Ruby Jibs, I've been showing out. Okay, I will later. It's pouring down rain. I can't go out there now. It's flooded out there. And we got a flood watch here in North Carolina, because we got a lot of ponds and lakes and rivers and creeks. I'm not going out right now. It's flooding. It's pouring down rain. So maybe one day in the near future, I'll give everybody a tour. Thank you, Nakasha. How have you been? Haven't heard from you. Thank you, Noel. How have you been, gamer? A flood watch. Ruby, it's been raining so much that it's water standing outside in the yard. And it's just flowing down the streets, going into the holes. Water just running. It's rainy season. And it's supposed to be like this all week. And it's supposed to kind of taper off the weekend. But I don't know what's going on. Sometimes it's just hot and dry and muggy and humid. And then all of a sudden it's just cold and wet and rainy. And right now it's cold. It's probably about 23 degrees Celsius. And yeah, it's kind of cold. It's down there. It's Fahrenheit, I would say about 61. So it's cold and wet and rainy. 20, yeah. Oh, okay, it's sunny there. It's not sunny here. It's cold and it's pouring down rain. So we might be a few degrees lower, like 18 maybe, because it's cold today. It's actually a cold day. I got my heater because I said, oh, it's cold. And I've been kind of still packing up stuff and deciding what I'm going to keep. And I got to take my stuff out of big containers and put it in the flat ones so I can put everything up under my bed. Because that's my house, and I'm going to move in it, and I'm going to live in it. But I'm going to leave this here in the refrigerator, so when I come in here at night and stay with my mom on weekends, I can still have my own little stuff. But everything else is going to be gone except for the bed and the fridge. And I'm going to keep my beer in there and my wine and my Coca-Colas. Oh, thank you for the roses. I thought that was my buddy Eric. Thank you for the roses, Kingsley. Hi, Patricia. How are you feeling? It's so good to hear from you. Yeah, I saw a couple of your videos the other night. Yeah, you was like at a gathering with family members. I saw that. I saw that. Yeah. Was one of them your daughter or your son? Because I saw quite a few. Tomorrow, work, work, work. All during the week, all I do is work. And I take care of my mom. That's all I do. Yeah. But I'm glad she's still here with us, you know. Over the weekend, I read a lot of passages on Facebook where a lot of people said their mom was gone and they were crying because it was the Mother's Day weekend and they were crying. Your daughter and your son, yes, I saw them. Good, Patricia. I finally got to see your family. That was amazing. Beautiful children, beautiful children. And they were all smiling. You all was having a good time at a gathering. That's what family do. We get together and we have a good time. That's what you do, Patricia. There you go, girl. Enjoy your family. Everybody, enjoy your family. Always hug them, kiss them, tell them you love them, and go see them and call them as much as possible. Always do that no matter what. I don't care if you're angry with them. Still call them and say, I'm mad at you, but guess what? I love you anyway. Just do that because you'll be glad you did. Remember that. Always tell them you love them no matter what. It does something to the heart. My favorite food? I love vegetables. Corn. Because you can cook it all kinds of ways. You can stew it, boil it, bake it, broil it, roast it. I love corn. That's my favorite. I can eat it raw right off the cob. It's just something about corn, and it energizes you. I like avocados, too. I like avocados. But my favorite is corn. I'm not a heavy meat person, but if I do, I eat the chicken. But I don't want to see you kill it. Nope, I don't like that part. And I grew up in the country, and my granddaddy had chickens. But every time he got ready to do something to the chicken, they took it to the barn. I never knew. But I saw something on TV the other day. It freaked me out. I never want to see that again. Because if I do, I'll never eat another piece of chicken as long as I live. I just don't like to see them slaughtered. I don't like to sleep. I feel like eventually I'm going to do away with meat. Because I don't like animals being slaughtered, even for food. I don't like it. You like corn too? It is. It is. And whenever you're cooking out on the grill, take a piece of corn. You can wrap it in foil, or you can leave it in the hubs. Put it on the grill, let it roast. It's so delicious and it's sweet, especially the white queen corn. And we have farms around here. And when they go to the farmer's market, they bring that white queen corn. Oh my God. It's so delicious. It makes you feel like you could take something called, my grandmother used to make corn fritters. You can mix it up with a little flour and fry it. See, you could do a lot of things with corn. And it's a vegetable. It's a vegetable. I'm so glad to hear from you guys. I was wondering where you are. And welcome, 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 Noel. And Gamer, I'm so glad you came back. Because whenever you all come and don't come back, I be sitting around and I'm like, whatever happened to Gamer? Whatever happened to Patricia? Where's Kay? The first persons I see is Ruby Gems. Kingsley comes by. But I miss everybody else. I miss Eric. I miss Futasha. I miss Kay Reeves. Bethany might come by. And I'm still, Ruby Gems, I still hear from Joanne, Joey, Avery, they're on YouTube Kids. They send me these little notifications on my DM to come and watch their videos. I go watch them do SpongeBob and Piggly Wigglies and um, Bernstein Bears. And I say, you all are so cute. They still remember Miss Ruby. Those are my children, Ruby Gems. Those are my kids. Oh, thank you, Nakosh. I be wondering every day thinking that you should go great and fruitful. Thank you. You know what? I didn't even know I had 700 subscribers until Ruby Gems told me. I don't even check that stuff. I'm so busy here with my little house, taking care of my mother and trying to look after me. I forget to go and check. And then here comes my faithful friend. She said, you know, you got 700 subscribers. I'm like, what? Really? Wow. Amazing. Wow. I'm about to hit that 1,000K, guys. Wow. I'm just flabbergasted. 703, are you serious? Maybe it's the videos. Because you told me I got 1,000 views on my stalker video, which is the true video. 1,000 people viewed it. I told you I'm probably not the only one. This happens mostly when we purchase items. And I don't know what the problem is, but I think it's just people that are envious and maybe jealous because their credit didn't go through and they weren't able to, so they hating on you and they do things to try to intimidate. But one thing about this country, there are a lot of white supremacists in this country. But if you do go to the law and you ask for help and you tell them that you're a woman and you're being stalked, they will do something about it because it could happen to anybody. It don't have to be just a black woman. It could be a Caucasian woman or a Spanish or Puerto Rican or Jamaican or African. It doesn't matter. They don't like for people to stalk women. They don't like for you to stalk children in this country. They're hard on you about that. And if you go to them and tell them, look, somebody's stalking me for no reason, and I went to the sheriff department and they said, don't worry about it. We're going to be monitoring the people that are stalking you. We're going to be stalking them. We're going to be watching them, letting them know, okay, why are you bothering this lady? What has she done to you? You can't be envious every time somebody go and purchase something because you weren't able to purchase it. You know, I just been building up my credit and I had a co-signer. So, but there's still people, and it's not only strangers. I know I'm getting popular. Yes, it is a great achievement from where I started. There are neighbors too. When you purchase something, you notice your neighbors, how they change sometimes. Some of them still say hi, and then some, when you say hi, they turn their head like they don't see you. Sometimes it's neighbors too. But you know what? Love thy neighbor. Love them anyway. I still wave anyway. I still smile anyway because I feel like God is blessing me with things I've always wanted all my life. And now finally, I'm getting them because God does things on his time, not ours. And he doesn't give it to us when he feel like we don't need it. He gives those blessings to us when he knows that we need them. And it's that time. It's a time for everything. So, and I sold my house about 2 years ago, and nobody but Ruby Gems knows what I've been going through. What? There are many racist people too. I know, especially towards people of color here in America. Gamer, you'd be surprised what we go through. You face such racist people, you do. But right, we have to stay positive. We have to stay positive and pray. Pray constantly. Pray without ceasing. Every time I turn around, I'm saying a prayer because I'm asking for protection. from unforeseen and occurrences and events, because people that hate on you are very dangerous people. And the Bible says, let your beaming eyes look straight ahead, live a quiet, peaceful life, and mind your own business. And that's what we do. That's what we do. And a lot of people around here know that my family are Jehovah's Witnesses. They know. They know. And they have their own religion. So a lot of times they don't bother us. But when we go out and knock on the door, sometimes they answer the door and sometimes they don't, because they already know. And if we go out of the neighborhood, if you're born and raised in this country and they see you coming, they know what family you, your background, they don't answer the door. And it's okay, because it is what it is. And I'm not turning my back on my God for nobody. And growing up as a child, I grew up in with grandma was a Baptist. And as I got older and started learning more and becoming more curious about the Bible, I want to know the truth. And I learned the truth. And I got baptized into the truth about 20 years ago. And I haven't had not one day of regret. As a matter of fact, my life is getting sweeter and sweeter and sweeter, because I got a God today. And I got a Savior, and his name is Jesus Christ. I hope I was your neighbor, Mama. We would be having bond more than the family. We would be besties. I got a couple of good neighbors around here. Well, actually, they don't live in this community. They live in another community. And I've been knowing them for a long time. And they go to what you call a Seventh-day Adventist. But when we get together and we have our coffee and we talk, we go to farmers market, nobody criticizes nobody about anything. We're together as friends. And that's the way it's supposed to be. We enjoy each other's company. And sometimes when we see certain people, like if we're out somewhere and certain gentlemen come in and try to fit in with the crowd, we sit in the seat or we put our pocketbooks down so they can't sit down, because we don't want to be bothered with the men folks, because this is our time. This is women's time. You know, we're not being bothered with something that's going to give us a headache. So we enjoy each other as women, as females, and we're all races in my religion. And we get together sometimes and we have a great time. We have a great time. Yes, we're powerful women and we're praying women too. We all pray. Yeah. But we enjoy each other's company. And we tell everybody it's a woman's thing. Excuse yourself. Because sometimes even the waiter, if he's a man, he'll come around and say, "You ladies, may I join you?" And we all say, "No." And he just laughs. Whom do you like to spend most time with? Myself, because I talk to my God. We have conversations, and I hear a still small voice in the back of my mind say, "You know what? It's going to be all right. One day, everything's going to be okay. Just hold on. Just keep going." Because this voice and my Bible tells me that this earth is going to be turned into a paradise, just like it was during Adam and Eve's time. And I believe that. And because of that, I have a hope. I have hope. And I know one day I'm going to see my husband again. I'm going to see my son, my brothers, my grandmama, my pawpaw, mama, hippity hop, great deer, running bear. Those are my Indian relatives. Happy, Papa, all of them when I was a baby. I can barely remember. They were real old, real old. And they had long black hair, and it was gray. And Mama said, those are Indians. I said, are they our relatives? My grandma said, yes, that's my sister. That's my uncle. I said, what? They're still alive? They were like in their hundreds. And then they started passing away as we grew older. We were living down in South Carolina, back up in the woods in the country. And I remember they used to take an old wash pot and they go down in the woods and they would sit around that old wash pot and they would sing songs, the old Indian songs. And Grandma said that the noise would go up under the wash pot so the enemy out in the woods wouldn't hear it. And they didn't know that the blacks and the Indians were getting together having a worship service. And they were singing old gospels. They were thanking God for their freedom, for life. They were thanking God, showing them the roots in the ground, how to take it and make medicines. They was helping women deliver their babies. There was these certain types of needles you could stick in the side of your neck, and it would you would feel no pain while you was having your baby. Oh, I remember all kinds of stuff growing up as a child, being part of that type of family. And they weren't witches, I don't think. But it was just mysterious. When you mix with one culture and another culture, you just wonder, what are they doing? But they always had medicines. They didn't go to the doctor. They delivered their own babies. They made their own food. They made their own whiskey, their own beer, their own wine. They were just living their life. People minding their own business. It feels good to have remember our ancestors. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know mine was originated from Guyana. But there's a different part of Guyana. Because I met some ladies from Guyana, but they wasn't from the Hopi tribe. They were from another tribe. They were also Indians, and they looked like me. And they kept saying, Miss Ruben, you fake. I said, I know. Well, my ancestors from Guyana. I said, mine's too. And you meet people like that. But she kept saying her tribe was another name. And I said, well, my mama and my grandma said Hopi tribe. So, I don't know. Everybody came from Adam and Eve. Okay. Okay, okay, Kingsley. Yes, acupuncture. And you know what? The old people knew about that way before doctors did. Isn't that amazing, Gamer? And I told my grandma, I said, Grandma, you know how to deliver babies. She said, child, if you don't learn how to do on your own, you're not going to get it done. I can't just let my people die. God gave me the skill to do what I have to do to help this woman bring her baby into the world. And that's what she did. They called her a midwife and a granny woman. That was in South Carolina. North Carolina, she wasn't allowed. They say it's not legally. You have to have the certificate or the license to do that. But back then, in the early 1900s, they did it all the way up until the year I was born, which was the early 60s. So if you come from the 60s all the way up in North Carolina, no, it wasn't allowed. I know by 1967, my grandma told me that the last time she did it, some people came to her house and told her she couldn't do it anymore. They weren't going to arrest her because she did save some people's lives, but they asked her, please don't practice doing this anymore. So she stopped. She wanted to abide by the law. She was a good-hearted woman. Yeah. Grandma was Seventh-day Adventist, so she abided by the law. In India, we live in happily and no racist people. That's good. That's good. I've heard a lot about India. And you know what else I like about India? We also have, back in the days, they used to deliver baby at home. A lot of people deliver babies at home, and some still do. Yeah. Um, I wish we could go back to the old days because a lot of this medicine is not good for us. The medicine that my grandma gave us, we didn't get sick. Growing up, we didn't get sick. We always was healthy and strong, and we could run on rocks with no shoes on. Can't do that now. Aren't you sweet? Those days back at those what exactly the golden days. Yes, those were the golden days. I kind of wish we could go back, but you know what? Come to think about it, one day we are going to be like the golden days, right here on earth. We're going to reside right here on earth forever. If you ever get a chance, read in the book of Psalms, chapter 37. And don't forget verses 10 and 11 and verse 29, because it's going to let you know that we are going to be living right here on earth, because God is going to transform it into another paradise. All this nuclear and metal and stuff, it's going to be done away with it. And God knows exactly how to get rid of it. You know, back in the Bible days, the earth would open up and swallow evil, and then it closed back up. So the brothers almost know, they're not sure how God is going to get rid of this evil and all this nuclear. Wow, it's pouring down rain. All this nuclear stuff. And I hate the fact that Pakistan and in some parts of India is at war. I hate that. It's all over the American news. But we're praying for the people. Because you know what? I have people from Pakistan that come on my channel sometimes. They come and say, "Hi, Miss Ruby." A lot of people from India comes. My therapist is from India. Yeah. And I like the way that the people in India take care of the elephants. You know, that's one of my favorite animals, an elephant and a horse. Because once they see you, they never forget you. Oh, Ruby Gems. My mom and my sister saw Goldie down the street, and it wasn't good. The little yellow cat that used to come through the yard, he's gone. I think he got hit by a car. And I was feeding him so he could stop eating the birds. I got him fat, but now he's a goner. And then just a couple of days ago, the pretty brown and white and gray one, black one, she got hit by a car. And I'm like, what is going on? So that's two of my buddies gone. Yep, they're gone. They got hit by a car down here on the highway. They tried to get across the street, but they didn't quite make it. And y'all know who went running down there. I had to do something. So I went and got a little garbage bag, put them in it, one at a time, and I took them out in the woods and gave them a burial with some flowers around it, because those were my friends. And every time a squirrel or bird falls or get hurt or get killed, I give them a burial, because that's what I do. And I cried, and I said a prayer, because they were a living soul, but they're gone now. Yeah, I couldn't stand to see them just lie there and for the buzzards to pick at them. I saw one buzzard flying around, but I threw a rock. And I said, if you dare. And I kept throwing rocks. But I managed to get them up and give them a decent burial right back out there. I have to be careful because snakes are crawling there. But there's some soft dirt right by the creek. So I got them in the ground and flowers around it. And they're okay. They're resting and they're gone. Animals don't come back. They're gone forever. But they've lived their life. Mm. So far, I haven't seen any. I've seen a lot of squirrels lately, though. Yeah, thank you, Ruby Gems. Yeah. I know the pigeons do they say they get strangled in the wires in New York. And you know there are thousands of pigeons in New York because I fed them when we went to visit Bethel. I went down by Central Park. And you talking about pigeons. They walk in the rain, the snow, and they walk right beside you and they stop and look at you like, and you just gonna stand there? I'm like, no, you can have some of my crackers. You gotta feed them because they'll walk right up to you, these pigeons in New York. Like, you owe them. So feed them and they'll leave you alone. But the pigeons in New York are very, very bold. They're not afraid of people. People don't bother them. They feed them. They sit amongst you, walk across your feet, and if you don't watch it, they'll land on your head. So they're just very friendly. Oh, that's good. Anytime I find a bird that's the foot is broken or the wing is broken, I take it to a doctor called Upshot. He's a veterinarian. He lives down toward the country where I used to live at. And he would say, Miss Ruby, they're wild, but I can fix it. But I'm going to have to turn it loose. I say, it's okay. How much does it cost? He said, because you're a nature girl and you always bringing me animals, nothing. My granddaughter found two, what you call these birds? They were two of them together thrown out of the nest. She took them to him. He raised them. They flew away. You have a fear of pigeons? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. When I was in New York, they tried to land on my head. They walked across my foot. When I went to the park the other day, the ducks came up and just, I'm like, oh, you don't see me? He just walked right past me and then squat down right in front of me. I'm sitting on the bench and I'm like, I'm looking around at everybody. He don't see me. And this guy said, he has no fear of you. He feel like you're not going to harm him. I said, but if I move, it might frighten him. So I had to just sit there till this wild duck decided to get up and wobble off. I sat there. But to sit right in front of me, people were taking pictures like they were amazed at that. And so this guy said, well, maybe he's not afraid of me. But I'm sorry you're afraid of pigeons. I've never been afraid of nothing but a spider. I hate them. I love them, but I'll run 50 miles an hour if you throw a spider on me. I'm afraid of them. They bite. I'm afraid of snakes. Oh, yeah, I got the gooselings. And I was sitting right there on the porch. And they came right up and looked over in the fence at me like, I said, oh, hello, good morning. But, oh, you're letting me know something? Okay. It's okay. Go ahead. And then next thing I know, here come Papa. And he come back 5, 6 babies. But she did stop and ask me, was it okay to cross the yard? I said, of course. Go right ahead on. And then they left. And they walked across the street. And I say, bye, Mr. and Mrs. Geese. And bye, babies. Bye. And they went on down the street. They crossed over the highway. And there's a creek over there. They made it to the creek. My mom said she saw some in the backyard the other day. You know what, Ruby Gems? I think they're trying to find somewhere to hide their babies. And they're coming around Miss Ruby. So I've got to go back there and find somewhere for my gooselings for them to live. I do. Yes, I do. It's my duty. We can give them injured animals and birds. Professional people come to take them, and then they take care of them and release them when they are healthy again. Good. Don't hold them hostage. Don't keep them as pets. They're wild. Dr. Upshack said they'll die. You have to let them go back into the wild. And when you keep them in a cage on the outside. But keep them above, away from snakes. And I killed 2 little small baby. One was a water moccasin and the other one was a copperhead. Yes, we got snakes, Patricia. I'm in the country. There's a farm back there. And a huge lake. And people get in boats and go fishing on that lake. That's how huge it is. And they're clearing some of the land out because it's so much land back there that they're going to build some. They said they're going to build tiny houses for veterans and handicapped people. And we're going to have another little community back there, probably in about a couple of years when they finish clearing it off. And they're going to take about 100 feet of mama's backyard, which they're going to take all my animals that I buried over the years, but they're gone now. And we're going to put up a big wooden fence so we can have our privacy. And we're going to get the hardware store called Lowe's. They're going to come and put up a fence. But they said wait till the city take the property. And then, because we got good credit with them, and they're going to put us a fence up. Upstate New York, really? Snakes. Upstate. Like Syracuse. The brown and orange ones were dangerous. Oh, they sound poisonous. Brown and orange. They do. They sound poisonous, Ruby Gems. Steer clear. But you know what? Snakes are probably all over this country because the first thing they approached Eve was a snake. They're probably everywhere, walk to and fro in the earth like Satan the devil. And I believe he still walks to and fro in the earth. He's so sneaky because sometimes when people approach you, they're so charming and they're like innocent as doves. But the Bible warns us that they can be as ravenous as wolves. So don't let that charmness fool you guys. If they come out being real nice and you feel like it's too good to be true, guess what? It's too good to be true. So be aware of that. We see here a bunch of monkeys come here and there and get happy. Of course, they're everywhere in India. They're everywhere. They're safer in India because in Africa, they eat them. You wouldn't hardly see none in Africa. They going in the pot. Especially now because America has cut off a lot of funds, especially to South Sudan. And a lot of people in some parts, that part of Africa, they're eating the monkeys because they're hungry. Thank God they got water, but it's getting bad now. They still have bush meat. These big, huge rats they eat. I got a friend girl over there said that she went out with a hunting party and she lives like in a village and close to like near the capital of Kenya, Nairobi. But she's kind of out in the village in the ghetto part. And she said her food source was getting low because she just get a little income from YouTube and she sells pancakes. But she went with them, the hunting crew, and got her a big rat, and they call it bushmeat. And she had to store it and dry it out so she could have meat. So thanks to YouTube, she was able to buy big bags of beans and rice and corn and stuff like that. So you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, we've got people here in America that their food source has been cut off. And they're coming to different churches begging for food. And the churches is providing what they can. because they're not getting food stamps anymore. It's bad. They do have places where they feed you. You can go get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but you got to get to those places. And a lot of people, we have what you call Skid Row here in North Carolina too. They're living out in the woods in tents. Yeah, they live in tents. We've got that in America too. And it's real bad up north. It's real bad up north. Like Philly, Philadelphia, New York, Detroit, Washington State, Washington, D.C., up in D.C. Oh, man. Jersey. Oh, man, it's terrible. Some parts of Virginia, some parts of North Carolina. Yeah. They're trying to build places for homeless people. They're trying, but it's just taking time. You know, it takes time. You have to get the donations up, the money up, the land. And then the homeless people have to go through so much protocol to get in these places. And they just want to be free and live their lives. They don't want to have to be under a government jurisdiction. Or they don't want to have to pay taxes. And they just feel like they're free. And they actually enjoy that kind of life. So people look out for them. They give them tents. And now they're giving them the tents with the holes in it. And they give them these, what you call these little compact wood stoves. You can see them sitting on the side of the road, or you can order from Amazon. They cost probably $20. Some of them are a little more. And you put it together. You put the tent on the floor. You have the pipes. And it's this particular type of tent. It's got a hole in it. And you put the pipe through the hole. And then there's another piece that turns, that bends, so the smoke can go. And you can actually put coal, wood, and stay warm inside your tent in the coldest winter months. And of course, you wrap up in blankets, and you get these sleeping bags that's called weather. They're for weather. They, according to your body temperature, they keep you warm. Because a lot of people live through the winter. They survive. But now I know, because they're being given tents with little wood stoves, and they got these weatherproof tents. If you stay inside and in this sleeping bag, you stay warm. You know, they coming up with all kinds of stuff now, but it's a good thing because it's keeping a lot of people from freezing to death. So God always provides. He always provides. Yeah. I'm going to stay on here for a little while today because my mom is sleeping, and I know she won't be up to about 4, so I got another hour to just talk. Yeah. It's good to hear from you too, Nagame. I figured you was from India, but I had another Kay from London. Kay Reeves. If I stay on here long enough, she'll come in. And Bethany will come in probably after 3. So I'm kind of waiting for them. I know. He sent me a message through the, through my other, where I go back and check all the old messages. It's not it's not where they tell you how many subscribers. It's another one, like on Facebook. No, it's the YouTube Messenger, but it's like I go back and check everybody, and there's Eric sending flowers, and he sent me a Mother's Day flower. YouTube Studio, yes. He comes on there, but he hasn't been on there lately. But he's been on the other side. Eric is one of my regular YouTube supporters on my live stream. He's one of my supporters. He's an older guy, a Caucasian. He lives in Ohio. Futasha lives in Washington State, but I don't know. One time Eric talked so bad to him because he's a Trump supporter. Futasha won't come back because Eric was on him. I mean, he was on him about it. So, and Eric said he don't support nobody that's trying to ruin our country or take away our Social Security or Medicaid and Medicare. And he asked Futasha, He's gonna take away your Social Security and you're supporting him. So Futasha hasn't been back anymore since. And it's been about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. He hasn't been back. I got an invite to come to Jamaica to a birthday party. Well, it's not really a birthday party. It's a celebration of a lady. She's 88. She's already had a party, but it's some kind of it's a gathering, a dinner. It's something they do in Jamaica. Cause I told them I don't really do birthday parties, but they said no, it's gonna be like a gathering, a celebration, and they're gonna have a lot of food, and they're inviting all their American friends and people from Jamaica and everybody that's been to this Airbnb. I put it like that. You got some from China, from New York, from Florida, from Germany, and we had a couple of people that came from Switzerland. They came to this Airbnb. I got mine today. We got an invitation to come to Jamaica July the 9th. They're going to have a big celebration at this Airbnb. So, and I told them how much it's going to be and everything. It's $300 a week, but they said since it's going to be so many, they only charging everybody $150, half price. All they want you to do is show up so they can have like a crowd because they're going to cook a lot of food. Like they're going to cook a pig, they're going to cook a goat, a half a cow, and they're going to have a lot of people they want to celebrate. And they're going to have a few of the neighbors around the Airbnb. And they want everybody that's been to the Airbnb to come to this because the people that own the Airbnb, they're having I think this is the 25th year they've had that Airbnb. And both of them are real old up in age. But they said that we were so nice tenants when we came there inviting the ones that was real respectable. And I was included. And I'm like, ah. And I checked the flights for that month. They're only $500 round trip. Should I go, Ruby Gems? Or should I just stay home? We're celebrating here in America. Everybody that graduated from high school, when I graduated, they're going to be having like a big celebration in July. So I don't know. I kind of want to see all my old school buddies, and I kind of want to go to Jamaica. I don't know what to do. Think, Ruby. I don't know what I want to do. 25 years they've had their Airbnb in Jamaica. Yeah. And it's an older couple. And they're inviting the people that was real nice to them. I should go. Oh, I was waiting for that. That's all I needed was a little boost. You go, girl. Go ahead. Go, girl. You got friends that tell you to go. You go. Get on that plane. Okay, let me pay for my flight. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and pay for my flight. Friday. I got to let the supervisor know that I need to be gone in a few days. Yep. I better let them know so they can get somebody to work in my place. Let's see, the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. I should come back on the 13th. 5 days is long enough. Yeah, I think I'll try to fix it where I can board that plane the 13th that night and be back in America, in Florida, on the 14th. And then catch a flight from Florida back to North Carolina. And then that night, I can go to work on the 14th. So I'll only miss what? That Wednesday, that Thursday, that Friday. And then I'm off that weekend. And then that Monday. I won't miss about 5 days out of work. 4. That'll be the second week in July. By the third week, I'll be back to work. So I'll have the third week and the fourth week on my next pay. And I'll just have 1 week's pay. That's fine. Because I can save up. I can save up. I got a special savings. I'm not messing with that because that's for my trip next year in London. But this particular trip, I can just go. I can just go ahead and pay for the. I'm just gonna go ahead on it and pay for that. And I like to go ahead and pay for my luggage and my seats because somebody must be trying to call me. I don't know. I'm here. It goes black like that when somebody tries to make a phone call. But I don't know who would be calling me this time of the day. And I normally do my lives at 3. Nobody calls. So I don't know. Make a short clips. Of course. Of course. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a live when I get over there and let y'all see everybody. Of course I am. I'm going to do videos because I always like to let Ruby Gems know where I'm at, what I'm doing, and who I'm with and who I'm around because we're sisters. So, of course I am. I mean, I'm going to take 2 phones so I can set one down and let everybody see my whereabouts, and I'll be talking on one. I'm going to take my other phone too so everybody can, I know, it's going to be fun. It is. But the thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be eating all that much. Now, the fruits and the vegetables I'm going to enjoy. But I don't know. I might taste the goat meat and some of the beef, the cow meat. But, okay. Okay, Kingsley. Yeah, man. But I'm not going to be touching that pig because of my blood pressure. But I heard Jamaicans know how to cook. And I heard their food is delicious. Because when I was over there before, I ate jerk chicken. Ooh, tongue twister. I had jerk chicken. I had the jerk fish. I had the brown stew chicken. I had the curry chicken. And I had something like the soursop fruit and the juice, the mango juice. Oh, my God. I drank the coconut water from the coconut. I drank the milk from the coconut. And everything I had was fresh. We had the banana. We plucked the bananas and ate the bananas. I had that for breakfast in the mornings, for lunch, and with coffee, and I had it for lunch. And that night when he would cook, I would tell him, cook rice, because I like rice. Curry goat and jerk chicken. Oh, it's delicious. It's delicious. I haven't had the curry goat yet, but I'm going to try it this time. But, what was I getting ready to say? Something else. We seen some plankton, and we took that back, and he fried the plankton. And I love fried plankton. I love fried bananas. So he would cook that. And this is an old couple, and they cook for us. And they could have 12 people there, and they cooked and fed us. They made sure we had dinner. For breakfast, they kind of let everybody scramble their own eggs and this and that. I didn't do breakfast. I had 2 or 3 cups of coffee. But like about 10, 11, I would get me a soursop fruit, a banana, a mango. They had, and these grows on the trees right around the place. I would get a pear, and I would cut it up and slice it and put it in a bowl. That was my lunch, and that was every day, and it was delicious. I didn't have to add anything to it. It had its own sweetness. And there was something in the tree called a chocolate. It was a thing, yellow thing, grow out of a tree. You pluck it, you open it up, and you take the pieces out of it, eat it. It tastes just like chocolate, but it was a fruit. And then we had these coffee beans. I picked a whole thing in my shirt, whole shirt full of coffee beans. And Moko, he mashed them up, and he put them in this thing and grinding them up. And then he poured hot water on them and gave me a cup of that fresh brewed coffee. I thought I was going to run up to the other side of the river and back. It give you a big kick. And I said, woo, I need a little creamer in this. So But, everything was exciting. And then at night, mhm, the best feeling is to pluck yourself and eat it. Right, right. Goat meat is delicious. Kingsley, you're used to eating it. Okay. All the fruit from islands is fresh and it's sweeter and it's better because if you pluck it from yourself, that's a thrill right there within itself. And then you wash it and eat it. You got it straight from the tree, straight from Mother Nature. That's a good feeling right there, you know. And you enjoy it. And you're around good people that's enjoying it. So, and that coffee, I could drink it all day. But it just had such a big caffeine kick. Just a little cup like that. But then I said, no, I'm not going to caffeine myself up and be all jittery. So I would tell him, I know it's hot, but I would like some tea. So he would fix hot tea. And then I would just sit there and let it kind of cool. And then I would drink tea. Now, I could drink tea. But I had bottles of water. And I did have me a cup of Coca-Colas. He stored up in the fridge for me. And cream soda. I like cream soda. And while everybody was sitting around drinking their Red Stripes and their some kind of Jamaican rum, I would have me a Coca-Cola. So, but we all enjoyed ourselves. We had a wonderful time. But I know if I go back this time, I'm gonna have a good time. I think I'm gonna have to share a room with somebody. It's 2 beds in 1 room, but it's okay. It's okay. As long as it's not a man, I'm fine. But he knows that anytime I share a room with somebody, it has to be another woman, a female. He knows that. But I'm thinking about going. I'm actually thinking about going. I want to go. You don't eat goat meat, but those people eating it always testify about it. Oh, okay. Tea is your favorite. You can drink tea for days instead of having 3 times meal. You can have tea 3 times. Oh, I did. I drank it a lot over there. And he did too. He would go out and pluck some type of leaves and wash them real good and just put them in water and boil them. And then we let it seep. And it was a tea. I forgot what kind it was. He had the hibiscus plant. He dried it out, made us a tea. The chamomile, the dandelion. Those are tea. He dried those flowers out. He dried them out on the table. And you got to make sure you don't pick up the wrong thing because they had these buds out there on the table too. Them buds. They put that in paper and smoke that. Miss Ruby don't touch it. I don't need nothing else to make me no more crazier than what I already am. So, but the tea was delicious. And I liked the way he would pluck it from the flowers and lay it out and let it dry out in the sun. And then when he dried it out, he washed it. And then he boiled it. And then just put it in cups, pour water on it, and seep it, let it seep. And it made tea. And it was delicious. And you put a little creamer in it. And the creamer was already sweet, so it was good. I liked the tea. But the mostly thing I liked was them coffee beans. I really enjoyed those fresh picked coffee beans. And he said in Jamaica they call it Blue Mountain coffee, something like that. But it's nothing like grinding up your own coffee beans and pouring hot water in it and just brewing your own coffee. Boy, I'm trying to tell you. That's the best coffee it is in the world. Just buy some coffee beans and brew your own coffee. Try it. And don't try the kind that you grow in your own country. Try a brand of coffee from another country and notice the taste. It's different. It's different. I can almost smell it now. I can almost go fix me a cup. Because I'll drink me a cup of coffee in a heartbeat. I got regular and decaf. And I'll go drink me a cup of coffee and still go to sleep. Coffee does not make me awake. Like some people say, oh, I can't sleep. I've had coffee. I can drink a big tall cup of caffeinated coffee and put it down, watch TV for about an hour, maybe news or whatever, and lay right down and go right to sleep. Not a problem. Some people can't do that. I know, coffee is good. And that's the number one thing in America, too. These people are coffee drinkers. Every morning, half of America is putting on a pot of coffee, or they're stopping somewhere and getting a cup of coffee. We can't do our day without our coffee. Gotta have it. It's the American way. Gotta have that coffee. Some of them drink tea, but the majority of American people, especially ones I know, it's coffee time. As soon as you get up out of the bed, wash your face, fix yourself, get your wash up, get ready for work, coffee time. And then you have a great day, no matter who comes in that woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You're having a good day because you geared up off your coffee and you're going to look at them and smile anyway. They can't change that. Yeah, yeah. I love my coffee, especially in the mornings. But in the afternoon and at night, like when I go to work at night, I have a nice cup of hot tea. And trust me, it is so, sometimes I drink 2 or 3 cups. It's good. And it warms you up. Because when you work in a facility, it's always cold. They keep the air on to keep the germs down. So I have on my little jacket and I fix me a nice hot cup of tea. And I watch videos. Yeah. And I be scrolling looking for Patricia Jakey. Sometimes I can find her, sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can find Gracie Curry. I seen a couple of your videos, Kingsley. I went and watched them, and I gave you a thumbs up, and I left a comment, and I shared it. I sent it to TikTok, and I sent it to Instagram and another website. I shared it. I shared your videos. And I always share Ruby Gems. I got to go back and watch hers about the Indians. Yeah, I got to do that. I'm so fascinated with the Indian culture. You know, I'm fascinated with the African culture too, but I know my mother's bloodline and my father's bloodline is probably African. But I think my Uncle Edward told me some of their people are in Haiti. They're Haitians. So, yeah. But my dad, he looks more like he's from Ghana. He reminds me of the Ghanaian people. We got to keep doing his ancestry on my dad's side. Because Grandpa was named James, and he was short and had coal black curly hair. And you know they're like that in Haiti. Okay. And that leads back to Haiti. But it also leads back to Africa, too. From Haiti back, you got to go further back. Like Grandmama, she said, go past South Carolina for her people. So we went from North America to South America. Me and my daughter doing my grandma's ancestry and mama. Because I wonder, when they were young, they had this coal black hair. And I used to say, Mama, your hair is so black. It's like a black pearl. She said, we're Indians. And she told me that when I was about 5 years old. And I said, we are? I thought we were black. And she said, you're African American, but your ancestors are black Indians. We are from the Hopi tribe. I had no idea. But I was wondering, because everybody in my family had this coal black hair. But now, of course, it's turning gray. But when it turns gray, it's so pretty and white, like my mom's. And my Aunt Lucia. And my Aunt Dot. My Aunt Ruby. I got another aunt named Ruby. I got an aunt named Iola. And who else? A lot of them are passed away. Well, we call her Net. She's Net. And there's another one. I can't think of her name, but she's like a ladybug. We call her Beetlebug. We call her Beetlejuice. That's her nickname. HG, you good? Hi. Thank you, HG. He. Hey, thank you for coming by. I didn't even see you. Sorry. I was just thinking about my ancestors. They're mixed with blacks and Indians. And they're not from North America. They're from South America. So a lot of people that live in America, our roots go back somewhere else. Just that our ancestors came here. But if you go like 400 years back, I would have been born in Guyana. Yeah. And my daughter said her husband is Jamaican. So my grandkids are Jamaican. So there's another set we're mixing with in culture with marriages. See, that's another American Jamaican babies. Their bloodline is Jamaican, but they was born in America. So everybody's kind of mixing in cultures, different cultures now. And that's to me, that's a good thing. My daughter-in-law is white. So I have mixed grandchildren. My sister-in-law is white. My brother's white. So we have mixed grandchildren. And I'm going to send you some pictures of them one day, Ruben, let you see them. I think Kingsley has seen my grandchildren. Yeah, beautiful girls. They graduated from college. I had 4 that graduated from, 5 that graduated from. You go, Miss Ruby. You set a good example. I had 5 that graduated from college. And they on their own in their own apartments. But they tore up their cars. They wrecked their car. So my daughter-in-law has to go and take them back and forth to work. They had cars, but they had wrecks. So, and the other 2, she wrecked her car. One of them wrecked her car. Yeah. Yeah, she wrecked her car. Gosh. Y'all say a prayer for my grandchildren. Every time they get a car, they have a wreck. You know what? I think they need to be more alert. Just, you got to drive for the other guy. You know, because I have bought one of them a car, and she had it probably 3 months, and somebody ran into it. So, and I think the police officer said they were texting. So, but no, Grandma, we wasn't texting. Okay. Right or wrong, I got to stick by my own. So I said, well, she said she wasn't texting, so she wasn't texting. So whatever the insurance don't pay, officer, the family, we got it covered. It's okay. It's all good. We'll settle out of court, you know, because we know there are a lot of greedy people out here. They get what they deserve. It's okay. We'll take care of it. Everything's done. That's life. Yeah, but I'm so glad to know that. And who else mixed the marriage in my family? My cousin Jackie. Yeah, Amy and them daddy is black. Their mom is white. Yeah, that's right. Okay, it's Amy and Sunshine and Mookie. And then we got Beetlejuice and Net Net. All of them mixed. They either mixed, Mookie married a white man. She's black. And we got mixed cousins, and they're beautiful. Net Net married a Jamaican. My daughter married a Jamaican. So it's just mixed. It's mixed. It's mixed. Hey, G, you came to say hi and you left. But anyway, I'm trying to hold out till at least 4 o'clock, guys. You know, that's why I'm doing a lot of talking. But if you all have questions or anything, it's okay. I know some of you are just in the background. I'm trying to wait on Eric, see if he's going to come in, and Bethany. Sometimes K. Reed comes in, but a lot of times I do a pre-video, and then Kay will find me, or Bethany will find me. But I didn't do one this time. And Bethany told me her know when I'm going live. I'll do another live tomorrow, and I'll probably do it at 2. So, and do a pre-thing about 12 or 1 o'clock, so I can let Bethany know, because I don't have a address for her to send anything right now. So I'm gonna tell her that's gonna have to wait. Just hold out on that, because these people at these postal services, there are a lot of them are on strike. And you get your mail when you get your mail, when you get your mail. It's a lot going on. People are on strike. They're protesting. And Sometimes when you order stuff, like it takes sometimes 3 weeks to a month to get your stuff from Amazon now. It's just a mess. It's just a lot going on in this country. But the thing is, you just got to be patient. We just have to be patient. Yeah. I don't hear any rain. I've been feeling kind of bad because of the cats, too. I feel bad about that. But so far, my squirrels are surviving. Yeah. Mickey's out there. I seen him playing and running around in the yard the other day. I threw some pecans out there for Mickey, and they like almonds. And the deers came through the other day. And of course, now we got gooselings coming through. They're hanging out in the backyard, all the way in the back. So I'm not going to run them away. You know I'm not. I'm glad they're coming around. I love the deer too. And I was sitting right here online with you all, looking at them, and one came right up to the window and looked in the window. Like she was saying, thank you for the seeds. I said, of course, why not? You're going to eat it anyway. Enjoy. So every now and then a red bird would come to the window, and I would be sitting right here and they look right at me. I mean, I don't know, maybe they just do that, but to me, I felt like they were saying thank you because I was feeding them. I fed the deer, I fed the rabbits, the squirrels, and now I got to figure out what to feed the goslings. What kind of food can I put back there for the goslings? The wild geese? I don't know. They eat insects. They eat the moss out of the pond and lake. I got to Google it and find out what to put back there for them to eat because they got a whole lot of little babies. And my sister said she saw them in the backyard the other day. They were sitting down, and the little babies was right there. And some of the babies was on top of mama, and some was on top of papa, and they was crouched down like they was sleeping in our backyard. Everybody loves Miss Ruby backyard. This is a safe haven for them. This is a sanctuary for all the wild animals. Now, I don't know about the foxes. Have to be aware of them. The raccoons come by, they don't bother me. The possums come by, they don't bother me. But I don't know about the foxes. Seeds and grains. Good. Good, 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 good. That's what I got to get for my geese. Yep. Because they're taking sanctuary here. So I might as well make them comfortable. I might as well. And I don't have to worry about nobody trying to put them in the pot or shoot at them because they feel safe here. So I got to get seeds and grains. And I'm going to stop at the hardware store and see can I find something for... I need to go to like a pet shop. And then there's a place way across town that's got a... It's like feed. You could buy feed and stock for animals. And I might... And that's where people go buy their hay and stuff for their horses and their cows and goats. I might go out there and see if they got the right kind. Or is it like they eat the same kind that regular birds eat? Or I'll Google it. It might be a certain kind they like. I'm going to throw them all back there. They're going to eat good. Seeds and grains. I don't want nobody to hear. But I think she's still sleeping. What time's 3:17? She'll be about 4. She usually wake up about 4. Because mama takes medicine and it makes her sleep. She's got a bad heart. She's resting. The doctor says she needs to get a nap during the day and at least 8 hours of sleep during the night. And I leave out at 10 o'clock. And I don't come back to about 7:30, 8 the next day. Because my shift starts about 11, but we have to count medicines. And I have to give a report on everybody to know how everybody's doing. We have to do that at the change of shifts. That takes time. So Once everybody, if we get done by 10:30, I tell the next caregiver, girl, bye, go ahead, have a good night, be careful. And I buckle down and cut the lights out, cut the TV on low, and what I'm gonna do now tonight, starting tonight, I'm gonna start listening to some of the old JW.org dramas. That'll keep me from being so bored. And some of the stuff on YouTube, if I can't find Patricia or some of the people that are cooking, I don't want to look at some of the other stuff. It's violence and it's sexually, and some of it is about Puff Daddy. I don't want to see that. And a lot of they're showing these. Now I'll look at Sherlock Holmes because I know that's to make believe. But and then you can't tell me not to look at the East Enders and Keeping Up Appearances and stuff like that. Now I look, that stuff keeps me laughing. And I looked at a little bit of Mr. Bean the other day when he went to the doctor's office. He was messing with everybody in the doctor's office. Everybody. Uh-oh. She's up. She's up. Maybe she'll be okay for now. I'm not cooking today, Ruby Gems. I'm going to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Miss Ruby Gems, I'm going to get Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm not cooking. I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I think I'm going to go get some chicken. Maybe a chicken pot pie. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. They got these delicious chicken pot pies. Yeah, I'm going to call and order it, so all I got to do is go pick it up. No, I'm not cooking today. I didn't cook over the weekend either. They took Mom out to eat yesterday, and I ordered my own food. I ordered hibachi chicken. I ordered my own food and had it delivered through Uber Eats, and I took that to work yesterday. Today, I'm going to go pick up some chicken pot pies from Kentucky Fried Chicken and sit up and watch the news about 5 o'clock. About 6, I think I'll take a nap. Yeah, I'll order some food. I'll order the pot pies about 4 and go pick those up. And then by that time, it'll be time for the 5 o'clock news. Yeah, see what this weather's going to do. Because it's cold. I know it's about 18 degrees. It's cold here now. And the other day, it was so hot. It was like 93 Fahrenheit. And Celsius, it was probably like, I'm going to say 32, guessing. It was hot. So today is cold. It's cold. You had KFC today too? Oh, okay. I want the chicken pot pie. I like the pot pies. Yeah. They have the little small ones and they have the big ones. And I get the big ones because me and Mom, she'll eat half of hers now and a half later. And I'll eat half of mine now and then I'll take the rest to work. So, and Friday we had steaks. I put a couple of New York strip steaks in the oven, put the bell pepper and the onions on it, and the mushrooms and the garlic, and I almost choked. I ate so fast. I had to slow down. And I had me a nice tall bottle of water first. Then I had a ginger ale. It was delicious. And then I was able to go outside in my house. I set the TV up on the stand, and I put a movie in, and I was just doing the stuff in the house, getting my silverware straightened out, fixing up the drawers, hanging stuff up in the bathroom. I got a thing to put all my makeup in the bathroom, hanging up. And I got a shelf. I got to put it together, put up on the wall in the bathroom. And I got a mirror. I got to Velcro it on the back of the door in the bathroom so I can see myself Should I put it on the inside or the outside of the bathroom, the mirror? Maybe I should put it on the inside the door. Because I don't want to bump it and crack it. So, yeah, I think I'll put it on the inside so I can get dressed in the bathroom. Because once you come out the bathroom, that's the kitchenette. And then you just walk probably 10 steps, and there's my big full bed. And then to the right is to the left is the bunk beds. And I got it packed up already with clothes and food in containers and a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Because that's my house. That's my little tiny home. Put it on the inside? Okay, good. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So I can kind of sit down on the toilet and, put on my deodorant and my lotion and stuff and put on my clothes. And when I come out the bathroom, I'm done. And I turn the fan on to dry it out for the humidity because I do not like mold. That is not my thing. And I like my bathroom white, clean and white. That's why on my bed, I just got white sheets, white pillows, pillowcases, the comforter. I like my stuff white. My sink is black, and my little stovetop burner is black. That's okay. That's cool. But on the countertop, it's white marble. It's so pretty. So I already got like a little, I'll let you all see it one day. I'm hooking it up, Ruby Gems. It's going to be Ruby's pad. Not Ruby's cave. They call men man's cave. But this is like, I got to hook Jada Baby up. I got to hook her up. That's Jada Baby. I don't know what to call the inside. All I know is Ruby's pad. But I want to get a little poster and put up called Miss Ruby's Exploring Life. Because I am going to be exploring. Once I get that bad boy. And I done took it out around the neighborhood and waving at the neighbors. Hi. And they was standing there like their jawbone actually dropped like, is that Ruby? Yeah, man. But I was just saying hi to the neighbors, and I drove it around and backed it back up. But when I leave this time and go, I'm going to pull in so my front door can be facing this way. And I'm going to pull it to the back a little bit. But right now, I want to kind of leave it right there so I can come right out my front door into my mom's front door. Because I haven't finished fixing it up the way I want to. Well, hello, Noah. Noel, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm trying to hang in there till at least about 4 o'clock. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for some more people to come in. Yeah, and then I got to go pick up some dinner for me and my mom. Yeah, we're doing Kentucky Fried Chicken today because Miss Ruby don't feel like cooking. Because I worked the weekend, and Friday I was out there in my little house doing this and that and that and this. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my plants. Now, I know one I'm going to put in the bathroom down beside the commode. And I got this little portable sink I'm going to have in there. And I got a shelf to put right there. And I got a mirror to put on the door. But I like plants in the bathroom, too. Oh, I know. The little shelf I got, I can put a plant on the little shelf. Okay, now I figured that one out. But this real big one, I'm going to put it in a different pot. And I'm going to put it in the shelf over my bed so the vines can run down across the shelf like that. And I'm going to have my books up there. I got some books. And I can be able to sit on my pillow and see the fireplace and read on those quiet, snowy, cold nights and have my hot cocoa or my hot tea. I got to get a little old table where I can sit right there to use as a temporary nightstand for my hot cocoa or hot tea at night. And I'm glad I got a microwave. I got a little coffee pot. I got a little air fryer. I got to get like a little thing to put my knives down in. And I got a list of stuff I got to get. Some stuff I got already. I just got to place it. And I got to Velcro it. And I got to have these straps to go across it. So that's why I got to have shelves. Because you got to put these little binders across it so when you're traveling, everything won't fall over. So I got to get all that for the shelves. It's going to be a little clutter in there, but I'll try to keep it as spacey as possible because I like space. And I don't want all the walls filled up. I want just clear walls in some of the spaces. But I just wanted to feel like home, a tiny house home. I just wanted to feel like that. And that is my home. That's my home for the next 3 or 4 years before I trade it in. And then I'll just get something just a little bigger, that's all. So it'll be more space. And then again, I might just keep what I got. I can always go rent something and go camping in and leave my little house where it's at. But the thing is, I would like to have a little small table and chair, like a kitchen table. And the one I was planning on getting has got that. And across from it's got like a little couch. But I'm not going to have that much company. So I'll figure it out. Because my top bunk actually folds up. And then you can just sit down on the bottom bunk. You can just sit down like a couch. So what time is it? 3:30? Oh, okay. You're back, Noel. You're back. I'm just sitting here looking over there in that corner because I say I got a few little pieces I probably need to do laundry. And I don't want it to pile up. So I'm going to get a bag because I throw my little dirty clothes over there and I'm like, I need to get that up and put that in a bag so I can wash my stuff up. And since it's raining and our dryer is not working, I'm going to have to go to the laundry to dry it. And I got me a little portable washing machine to go inside my house. And I can fold it up and slide it up under the bed. But I got to leave room at the edge of under the bunk bed because I got what you call a chest freezer. And it runs off batteries. I don't have to plug it up. And when you open it up, it's a little small refrigerator and it's a freezer. Because what I got mostly is a refrigerator. But at the top, it'll freeze. I said, ant. And you must have come out of my flowers that I picked the other day. I picked some flowers from outside. I don't know where he went. He might have went inside this little stove. I got a little stove right here. Let's see. That bad boy keeps you warm. And I'm going to definitely take that outside in my little house. And I got one fan. I got another fan. And I got fans in the house. And I got a little air conditioner. A little small mini split air conditioner in there. And when you plug that thing up, if that air gets cold. And I got one of them little propane burner stoves. So if I don't want to use electricity, all I got to do is cut my little stove on and cook. Things are coming together slowly but surely. I just wish I had a little bit more time to go out there and fix things up the way. But after a few hours, I got to come in. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to go to work. So I'm trying to utilize as much space and much time as I can until I actually get moved in. So, and what I got to do is clear everything out of here. I got to clear everything out. So I'm taking everything out little by little. I got everything just about out of that corner. Everything else over there, I can put that in my storage. I got a storage bin. And it's got a whole lot of more space in it. Because I took some of that stuff out and gave it to some of the people that was there. They were taking their stuff out. They just got a house. And I said, do y'all need this? Do y'all need that? And they were like, girl, yeah. So I said, here, there you go, take it. I gave away a lot of big old pots and pans and silverware and flower pots and old blankets, old sheets. I let them have it. Gracie, you made it. Hello, 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 sweetie. I know it's late over there. 10:30. Hi, how are you, sweetie? How have you been, Gracie Carey? Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the thumbs up, too. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing okay. This is Gracie. She's from Kisii in Kenya. She's from Kenya. And Kingsley, you all know he's from Abba State, Nigeria, West Africa. He said it's so hot over there. It's always hot in West Africa. I know other people that live over there, but they said what you got to do is just try to stay cool. Just try to stay cool. You good? I'm doing well by the grace of God. I am. I'm holding on, Gracie. I'm holding on. Still working hard. Yeah, I finally bought me a little tiny house on wheels. Like I said, I know Ian is doing his video. I just got a notification for him, Ian doing his video. I'll go back and watch it. He's doing a live stream, finding Ian. He's tiling his veranda. You know, his whole house is tiled down. The walls are painted. He's got up lights. They're going to come and do his electrical hookup and his running water. The plumber's going to turn all his water, everything supposed to be done this week. So he's about done building his house. Finding Ian. He's just 24, 25 in Merrimack County, King County. That's down near Narrett County in Kenya. It's on the other side of Kisii. Finding Ian. He's about 5 hours drive from Nyabahanzi village. But he's built his own house. And it's right next to a school. And he's got a degree in journalism. So I said, Ian, you can go right next door and teach. Apply for a job and go and teach. But he said he wants to come and visit the UK first. He wants to travel. Once he get his house built, he said he's going to put a house sitter in there and he's going to travel. And I said, ain't nothing wrong with that. Do it while you're young. Do it while you're young. He has his passport. So, and when you're already in Africa, you don't need a visa to go to London or UK or Great Britain. You can just use your passport. Kay, you made it. Yes, my dear. All is well. All is well. Thank you for coming, Kay. I was waiting for you. And you came. Ruby Gems, Kay made it. Gracie made it. Patricia Jicky made it. Yes. Greetings, Kay. Thank you for coming by. I've missed you. Sometimes I don't be doing nothing. No videos, no live, nothing. And Ruby Jim said, Ruby, you haven't did a video in a week. You haven't did anything in 2 weeks. And I'm like, you know what? I sure haven't. I said, let me do a video. Let me do a live. So thank you, Ruby Jims. That's my backbone, y'all. She's my backbone. She gets in behind me and literally pushes me, say, go, girl, keep going. Just keep going, Ruby. Just keep going. Just keep going. So I just keep going. Because sometimes I procrastinate. I sit in a slump position and I get comfortable and I'm like, I'm not moving. And then a friend comes along saying, yes, get up and go. Go do this. Go do that. And I said, okay. That's all I needed was a little pep talk. Okay, I'm going. Let me get up. So here I am. Thank you so much for coming, Kay and Gracie and Patricia, and most of all, Ruby Gems and Kingsley. I appreciate you guys. Gamer. Eric! He's here, Ruby Gems. He's here. I told you, if I stay on here long enough, thank you for the roses, Eric Hicker's son. How are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yep, Captain's in the house. Captain is in the house. And he has brought us a dozen of roses. Thank you, Eric. We appreciate you. Stars. How are you doing, my favorite ladies on YouTube? We're doing great. We're glad to see you. We're glad to see you, Eric. You always have been our supporter, our backbone. You're the man of the hour. You're captain. You're the captain. You sure are. And I'm so glad you came back. You just made my day. You really did. It's just good to have your support. And you know I got 700 subscribers now. Eric, I'm about to make that 1,000. And then all I got to do is work on my watch hours. Yep. After a while, I'll be traveling around the world, Eric. Yeah, Miss Ruby's going to do it. Yeah, Miss Ruby's going to do it. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I appreciate you being polite and respectable about it. Because some guys come on here and me and Miss Ruby James have to put them out. But thank you so much. That's very encouraging to me. It lets me know I'm not getting old and ugly and wrinkled yet. Thank you. I appreciate that. And one day I might get there, but not yet. Not yet. Thank you. I'm going to try to stay like this forever. Yeah. I appreciate that. I consider that as a compliment and the most rewarding because it makes me feel good about myself. It lets me know that I must be doing something right. And I do drink a lot of milk. I love milk, but I have to drink the lactose free because I'm lactose tolerant. And I love ice cream. But now I'm learning how to eat the yogurt ice cream. As you get up in age, you try to do things that's gut healthy, for your gut. I have. I've been waiting for him. He's right. You're gorgeous and your skin. Oh, thank you, K. Reeves. Thank you. I wish I could see all of you all too, but maybe one day we will be able to see each other. Because one day I think I'm going to do the StreamYard. And if you want to come in, you can. If you don't, that's fine. But at least I'll be able to hear your voice. I think you all can just send your voice through and we can say, "Hi, girl, what's going on?" And we'll be able to hear that strong, manly voice from Eric and Kingsley. And who else comes in? Futachi won't come back, Eric. He won't come back. Everybody got on him so bad about being a Trump supporter. I haven't seen him in months. I think since January or February. He'll send me the messages on YouTube Studio, but he won't come in the lives no more. He left a couple of comments, but oh well. I told him we love him anyway. We still love him, don't we, y'all? We still love him. I don't like the way he's being treated by his neighbor, but we love him anyway. He'll be all right. We'll keep him in our prayers. Thank you. Thank you. See, Eric always does that. He always leaves compliments. He brings flowers. Now, that's a gentleman. That's what you call a real man. Where are the rest of them at, Eric? Where are the rest of them? I can't find them. I don't know where maybe they're hiding. Where's all the gentlemen? Where are they? They're hiding. I don't know. Maybe they've turned gay. I don't know. But I'm glad it's a little chivalry left in the world. There are still some gentlemen in this world. Oh, thank God for that. Because us poor women, I tell you. We have to just keep going no matter what. We have to just keep going. I hear my mom moving around. What time is it? 3:43. I was trying to wait till 4. And Eric just got here. We got to conversate with Eric. How have you been, Eric? How have you been, Kay? What's been going on? What's been going on? I hope you guys are doing okay and well and having good lives. And I hope you and your family and the kids are doing good, Kay. We're still praying for you for that house. You're going to get that house. I promise. You're going to get it. I'm waiting for one more, and that's Beth thing, if she can make it. If not, I'm going to come back tomorrow because I want to kind of holler at her to make sure she's been through a lot. You've been okay, hanging in there? That's all you can do? Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. And I'm praying for Beth thing, too. She has bone cancer, and the doctor said there's nothing else they can do for her. So I'm kind of hoping she come through so I can give her my love. And we all can, and let her know we're praying for her so she can have some peace of mind. And just keep going. She's traveling around in an RV. We know you can't run from it, but at least you can have some peace of mind, you know? And it's okay to feel what you feel. And it's letting us know how blessed we are. Thank you, Eric, for the thumbs up. On your phone, too. Thank you. Wow, I got 10. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, I see 2 Erics. Yeah. Okay, good, good, good. That helps the channel to grow. It does. It really does. Yeah. I'm really working on getting those views up and those subscribers. And everything else, it'll just come. It'll just come. But I hope Beth ain't come by so we can give her our love, y'all. She's going through a little something right now. I hope that, she's being truthful. But, it's hard to say. We don't know what people might be going through. And, yeah, we don't want to take life for granted. And life is precious. Even though some of us have to live it every day with pain, aches and pains, we just try to keep going. Yeah. But I'm so glad you made it, Eric and Kay. And Ruby Gems always show up. She's faithful, loyal. Kingsley came, Gamer. Who else? Noel came. Patricia Jackie, she came. I'm so glad you all was able to show up. I'm glad you made it too, because I miss you guys so much. Don't even know how much. Oh, all we talk about is you when you're not here. Where's Eric? Has anybody seen Eric? So we miss you too. And we're glad you come back because you always bring roses and you bring nice compliments in for the ladies. We love you too. You are a gentleman. Yes, you are. Yes. We consider you as the captain of this whole channel. You're the captain. You're the boss. Yeah. And you always make us feel good. And we appreciate that. Yes, we miss Eric too. We talk about him till we talk him up. I'm trying to talk up Bethany. But is it Bethany or Bethany? Somebody told me it's pronounced Bethany. But either way, it's a pretty name. It sounds Indian, Bethany. Yeah. Because I got a couple of cousins named Bethany and Ebony. Yeah. That is Indian. She's Cherokee. We're from the Hopi tribe. They're American natives, Native Americans. And my grandma and them are from South America. Yeah. And I met some neighbors at the laundromat the other day from Guyana. Wow. And I gave her my number and she gave me her number. And I told her maybe one day we'll get to meet at a coffee shop and I want to meet her grandchildren and children and we'll discuss the parts of the country our ancestors was from. That would be interesting. I think the coffee shop in the library would be nice. We have a coffee shop in the library here. Yeah. Love you, Sarge. You earned your stripes. That was nice. That was nice. That was so sweet of you. Yeah, she's earned her stripes. That's Sarge. And we're glad you came too, Captain. You makes the show. Yep. Everything's going to be all right. Captain's in the house. Sarge is here. Yep. And everything is under control. That's so sweet of you guys to come by and give Miss Ruby a little support. That's so sweet of you guys. I'll never, ever forget you all's kindness. Ever. I'll never forget you all's kindness towards me because these last 7 years has really been really hard on me. But I feel like I'm coming out of the storm, out of the clouds, out of the fog. My head is beginning to clear up. I smile more. Sometimes I'm sitting somewhere and I'm laughing because I'm thinking about you guys. Because I'm like, wonder what they're doing. What is Ruby doing? What is Eric doing? I wonder how's Kay? How's Patricia? How's Gracie? How's Kingsley? I wonder what they're doing. I hope everybody's okay. And I'm so busy those days. I come on social media, but I'm strolling. I don't stop. You've been out of the storm. You've been out of the fire. You've been through a lot. In your life, God is looking down at you with a smile. Sam is Ruby. Everything's going to be okay. Yeah, everything's going to be okay, Eric. I believe that. I finally got my little tiny house on wheels. Thanks to Ruby Gems encouraging me. And I'm so happy about that. And I've been fixing it up, trying to make it look like a little cozy woman's pad. And we've named her Jada Baby. And one day I'll give everybody a tour of the inside and outside. She's cute. She's kind of tight, small, but she's all mine. And I love her. And I'm giving her my little touch, my Ruby touch. I'm not going to get the goldfish right now, but I might get a bird, 2 parakeets. Yeah. Because, I got to have a pet. I'm not going to get the cat right now. I'm not going to get a puppy right now. I'm just going to do the birds so I can talk with them at night. And then I can let you all see the birds in the cage. Now, all I got to do is lower the bottom out and clean it out. And what I have to do is slide something on so they won't fly out. And I'll make sure I do it in the bathroom in case they do. I can just put some food in there, leave the door open so they can go back in the cage. But right now, I'm figuring out how to do my plants. And I'm packing up stuff in here, moving stuff out so I can be moved in by the end of the summer. And then in July, I think I'm going to go ahead and fly over to Jamaica for a little vacation and come back. I've been invited to a big gathering. Some people are celebrating their 25th anniversary of owning an Airbnb. I think about 50 people are going to be there. And of course, I'm going to have to stop and bring a nice gift for an older couple. And I don't know what to buy, but I know Ruby Jim's got some good ideas she's going to give me with to buy an older couple that's been together, been married about 60 years, but they've had their own business, Airbnb, 25 years. And I want something special to give them. I don't know what, but we'll come up with something. Yeah, thank you, Eric. Thank you for that. Yeah, I've been through a lot, but you know what? I'm smiling and I'm hanging in there. And things are actually working out, Eric. Things are working out, you know, slowly but surely. But I know you have to crawl before you walk. I know that. But I have great friends right here on YouTube. I love you guys. If you all only knew. And I miss you all too. I miss you all too. And every time we do a live, we always say, where's Eric? And if I hang in there long enough, you pops up. Thank you, Ruby Gems. If I hang in there long enough, he'll pop up, won't he, Ruby? He'll pop up. Yeah, Kingsley pops up. And then here come Patricia and Kay and Gracie. Everybody just about showed up except for the kids. You know, they don't come anymore. And we had Gamer, she comes. Or was Nakasha? I think he said he was a boy. But he's been coming pretty regularly in the live. And Bethany didn't show up today. Now she was there the last time. And I tried to hold out. But I'm going to come back tomorrow so I can try to catch her because she's traveling. The last I heard, she was in, where was she at? She had left Pennsylvania. She was in, I forget. She was headed out west. Oh, I think she was in Georgia, Atlanta. And she was headed somewhere else. Think towards California or Arizona. Oh, they got a lot of nice campgrounds out that way. And some of them are free. The thing is, you have to be careful because they might have little black bears. They may have coyote and ticks. You have to be careful when you walk on the trails, especially if you got pets. Because I have a friend that was walking his cat in Arizona, and when he brought it back, the cat was full of ticks, just walking the path. So you have to be careful when you go to these campgrounds, especially the free ones, because nobody's out there to spray and to keep the bugs and insects down. But if you go to the regular camping ground, they kind of keep the bugs down. They always got electrical hookups. They got Wi-Fi you pay, and then they always have a big building where you got the bathrooms and the showers. I always go to the campground where you got the electrical hookup and you got the city water. You can fill up your tank, water tank. I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that. Ladies, I'm sending all my love to you guys, Fearless YouTube. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got to go, guys. I'm sending all my love to you all, too. But I know it's time for me to get my mom some dinner. I know she's up. She's been patiently waiting. But I'm going to go grab her some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Well, we're going to do a chicken pot pie. So I'm going to say love, love, love you guys. Love you too, Eric. Love you all. Love all of you all. And I'm so glad you all was able to come. And I'm going to say bye. Ruby Gems, I'll say good night to you later on. You know me. And we'll be up later on watching Mr. Bean or something like that. You know us. So, love you guys. Thanks for coming. Thank you for all the support. I got 10 thumbs up. And I had some that hanging there with me all the way up to the end. But I'm going to go now because I want to catch that 5 o'clock news. And 6 I'll lay down before I go to work. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. I'll come back tomorrow about 2. Try to catch some of the other ones that didn't make it today. Bye, guys. Love you all. Have a good night.